Question 1. What does a triangular road sign with a red border and a bicycle symbol in the middle typically warn you about? A cycle lane ahead. B. Cyclists leaving or entering the road. C. A cycle path. D. No cycling allowed. Answers is B. Cyclists leaving or entering the road. This warning sign indicates that there may be cyclists entering or leaving the road ahead, so drivers should be extra vigilant and prepared to slow down. Question 2. You are driving on a motorway. What is the minimum stopping distance at 70 in good conditions? A. 75 meters. B. 96 meters. C. 96 meters 315 feet. D. 120 meters. Answers is C. 96 meters 315 feet. At 70, the total stopping distance is approximately 96 meters 315 feet. This includes thinking distance and braking distance, which both increase significantly with speed. Question 3. What does a circular sign with a blue background and a white straight arrow indicate? A. Proceed straight ahead. B. One-way street. C. No U-turn. D. Road closed ahead. Answers is A. Proceed straight ahead. This mandatory sign means you must proceed straight ahead. It's often found at junctions or roundabouts where specific directions of travel are required. Question 4. When must you notify the A. When you buy a new car. B. If your eyesight deteriorates. C. After passing your driving test. D. When you change your car color. Answers is B. If your eyesight deteriorates. You must inform the if you have a medical condition that could affect your ability to drive safely, including a significant deterioration in your eyesight. Question 5. What action should you take when approaching this sign? A. Accelerate to smooth out bumps. B. Reduce speed and be prepared for bumps. C. Stay in a higher gear. D. Stop immediately. Answers is B. Reduce speed and be prepared for bumps. This sign warns of an uneven road surface ahead. You should reduce your speed to maintain control of your vehicle and prevent damage to your suspension. Question 6. You are at a junction controlled by traffic lights. What does a green filter arrow mean? A. You must stop. B. You may go in any direction. C. You may go in the direction shown by the arrow. D. The lights are about to change to red. Answers is C. You may go in the direction shown by the arrow. A green filter arrow indicates that you may proceed in the direction shown by the arrow, even if the main light is red for other directions. Question 7. What does a circular sign with a red border and a black no entry bar mean? A. No parking. B. Give way. C. No entry. D. One-way street. Answers is C. No entry. This sign strictly prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or area beyond the sign. It is commonly used at the exit of one-way streets or to prevent driving. Question 8. You are driving behind a large goods vehicle. What should you do to improve your view? A. Move closer to their rear bumper. B. Drop back to increase your gap. C. Overtake them immediately. D. Flash your headlights. Answers is B. Drop back to increase your gap. Dropping back increases your following distance, allowing you to see further down the road past the large vehicle and giving you more time to react to hazards. Question 9. What does this sign mean for a goods vehicle driver? A. Maximum speed 50, B. No overtaking for goods vehicles, C. Goods vehicles only, D. End of overtaking restriction. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles. It is crucial for maintaining traffic flow and safety, especially on narrower or winding roads. Question 10. You are driving in heavy rain. How should your stopping distance be affected? A. It will be the same. B. It will be at least double. C. It will be shorter. D. It will depend on tire pressure. Answers is B. It will be at least double. Wet roads reduce tire grip, meaning it takes longer for your brakes to stop the vehicle. Your stopping distance can easily double in heavy rain or wet conditions. Question 11. What does this triangular sign with a red border and two arrows, one pointing up and one pointing down, signify? A. Two-way traffic ahead. B. Priority over oncoming traffic is C. Overtaking prohibited. D. No entry for vehicles. Answers is B. Priority over oncoming traffic is. This sign means that oncoming traffic has priority. You must give way to vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, typically in narrow sections of road. Question 12. What is the primary purpose of rumble strips across the road? A. To provide better grip in wet weather. B. To indicate a bus stop. C. To warn you of a hazard ahead. D. To mark parking bays. Answers is C. To warn you of a hazard ahead. Rumble strips are raised markings or grooves that cause a vehicle to vibrate and create noise when driven over, alerting drivers to a specific hazard or change in road conditions. Question 13. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Rough road ahead. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Water on the road. D. Road under construction. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This triangular warning sign indicates that the road ahead may be slippery, especially in wet or icy conditions. Drivers should reduce speed and avoid sudden maneuvers. Question 14. When is it legal to use the horn in a built-up area? A. When greeting a friend. B. To show annoyance. C. To warn other road users of your presence. D. When stuck in traffic. Answers is C. To warn other road users of your presence. In a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7:00 am, it is illegal to use your horn unless another vehicle poses a danger. Otherwise, it should only be used to warn others of your presence. Question 15. What does a rectangular sign with a blue background and a white parking P symbol indicate? A. Parking place. B. No parking. C. Hospital ahead. D. Rest area. Answers is A. Parking place. This information sign indicates a parking area. The sign may have additional symbols or text to specify conditions or types of parking allowed. Question 16. What should you do if you accidentally drive into a lane? A. Speed up to get out quickly. B. Stop immediately and seek assistance. C. Turn around if safe. D. Continue driving slowly. Answers is B. Stop immediately and seek assistance. Lanes carry traffic in the opposite direction to the main flow. Driving into one is extremely dangerous. Stop immediately, switch on hazard lights and call for help. Question 17. What does this sign indicate you should do? A. Stop immediately. B. Give way to traffic on the main road. C. You have priority. D. Turn left only. Answers is B. Give way to traffic on the main road. This sign is a give way sign. It means you must yield to traffic on the major road and only proceed when it is safe to do so without causing them to change speed or direction. Question 18. When can you cross a double white line where the line nearest to you is solid? A. To overtake a slow-moving car. B. To pass a stationary obstruction. C. To turn into a side road. D. To perform a U-turn. Answers is B. To pass a stationary obstruction. A solid white line nearest you means you must not cross or straddle it, unless you need to pass a stationary obstruction, or a cyclist, horse, or road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 or less. Question 19. What does this triangular sign with a black car and squiggly lines behind it warn you of? A. Slippery road ahead. B. Uneven road surface. C. Road narrows. D. Speed limit ahead. Answers is A. Slippery road ahead. This warning sign means the road ahead is likely to be slippery, especially in wet or icy conditions. You should reduce your speed and avoid sudden braking or steering. Question 20. What should you do if your braking system ABS warning light stays on? A. It's normal, continue driving. B. Pump the brakes to reset it. C. Have the braking system checked. D. Drive at a slower speed. Answers is C. Have the braking system checked. If the ABS warning light remains on while driving, it indicates a fault with the system. While your normal brakes should still work, ABS functionality is impaired, so get it checked immediately. Question 21. What does this sign mean? A. No stopping. B. No parking. C. Clearway. D. Loading zone. Answers is A. No stopping. This prohibitory sign, a red cross on a blue background, means no stopping. You must not stop at any time, even briefly, unless traffic requires you to do so. Question 22. You are approaching a zebra crossing. What must you do if pedestrians are waiting to cross? A. Flash your lights to tell them to wait. B. Stop and let them cross. C. Slow down and proceed if clear. D. Only stop if they step onto the crossing. Answers is B. Stop and let them cross. At a zebra crossing, you must give way to any pedestrians who are on the crossing or waiting to cross. You should stop well before the crossing point to allow them to cross safely. Question 23. What does this circular sign with a blue background and a white arrow pointing to the left indicate? A. Turn right ahead. B. Turn left ahead. C. No left turn. D. One-way street to the left. Answers is B. Turn left ahead. This mandatory sign means you must turn left. It's often placed at junctions where other directions are prohibited or to guide traffic flow. Question 24. When should you use your hazard warning lights? A. When parking temporarily on a double yellow line. B. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. C. When driving in heavy fog. D. When you have pulled over to use your mobile phone. Answers is B. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. Hazard warning lights should be used to warn other road users of a temporary obstruction caused by your vehicle, such as a breakdown or incident. Question 25. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No pedestrians allowed. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Footpath only. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to a pedestrian crossing ahead. You should be prepared to slow down and stop if pedestrians are using or waiting to use the crossing. Question 26. What is the national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a single carriageway road? A. 60. B. 60-96 km per hour. C. 70. D. 50. Answers is B. 60-96. The national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a single carriageway road is 60, unless otherwise by signs. Question 27. What does this circular sign with a red border and a black number 50 indicate? A. Maximum speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed limit 50. C. Recommended speed 50. D. Distance to next junction 50. Answers is A. Maximum speed limit 50. This prohibitory sign sets the maximum speed limit at 50 units e.g., 50 or 50, depending on context for all vehicles on that road section. Question 28. What should you do if you are being dazzled by the headlights of an oncoming vehicle? A. Flash your full beam headlights. B. Steer towards the verge. C. Slow down and look away to the left. D. Close your eyes until they pass. Answers is C. Slow down and look away to the left. Being dazzled can impair your vision. Slow down, consider stopping and look to the edge of the road to avoid the direct glare while still seeing the road ahead. Question 29. What does this sign warn you about? A. Road narrows on both sides. B. Road works ahead. C. Lane closure. D. End of dual carriageway. Answers is A. Road narrows on both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead will narrow from both sides. You should be prepared to adjust your position and speed, and be aware of other road users. Question 30. What is the meaning of a yellow box junction? A. You can park there during off-peak hours. B. You must not enter unless your exit is clear. C. It's a area for U-turns. D. You have priority over all traffic. Answers is B. You must not enter unless your exit is clear. You must not enter the box junction unless you can clear it without stopping. An exception is if you are turning right and are prevented from doing so by oncoming traffic or other vehicles turning right. Question 31. What does this sign prohibit? A. No U-turn. B. No left turn. C. No right turn. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is A. No U-turn. This prohibitory sign means that making a U-turn is forbidden at this location. You must continue driving in your current direction or make an alternative turn. Question 32. When approaching a roundabout, what should you do? A. Always stop before entering. B. Give priority to traffic from your right. C. Always go straight on. D. Speed up to merge quickly. Answers is B. Give priority to traffic from your right. When approaching a roundabout, you should always give priority to traffic already on the roundabout coming from your right, unless signs or markings indicate otherwise. Question 33. What does this sign mean for motorcyclists? A. Motorcycle parking. B. Motorcycles only. C. No entry for motorcycles. D. Motorcycle maintenance. Answers is C. No entry for motorcycles. This prohibitory sign indicates that motorcycles are not permitted to enter the road or area beyond the sign. Question 34. What is the purpose of reflective studs on a motorway? A. To indicate parking zones. B. To help you see the lanes at night. C. To alert drivers to uneven surfaces. D. To reduce glare from oncoming headlights. Answers is B. To help you see the lanes at night. Reflective studs cat's eyes are used to mark the edges of the carriageway and the lanes, making them visible in darkness or poor visibility, especially on motorways. Question 35. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Road narrows. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Steep descent. This sign warns you of a steep descent ahead. You should select A. Lower gear to use engine braking and help control your speed without overheating the brakes. Question 36. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Stay in the car and wait. B. Pull onto the hard shoulder, exit and stand clear. C. Try to fix it yourself. D. Walk to the next service station. Answers is B. Pull onto the hard shoulder, exit and stand clear. If you break down on the motorway, pull onto the hard shoulder, switch on hazard lights, get out of the vehicle on the left side and stand well clear, preferably behind a barrier. Use the emergency phone. Question 37. What does a rectangular blue sign with a white arrow curving right mean? A. No right turn. B. Turn right ahead. C. Keep right. D. Right lane ends. Answers is B. Turn right ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that you must turn right. It's often used at junctions to specify the permitted direction of travel. Question 38. Why is it important to check your mirrors before signaling? A. To check your appearance. B. To make sure your signal light works. C. To assess if it's safe to change direction. D. To impress other drivers. Answers is C. To assess if it's safe to change direction. Checking your mirrors allows you to identify other road users around you and assess if your intended maneuver, like turning or changing lanes, can be done safely without causing a hazard. Question 39. What does this sign indicate for drivers with caravans or trailers? A. No entry for vehicles with trailers. B. Trailer parking only. C. Trailers must turn right. D. Maximum length for trailers. Answers is A. No entry for vehicles with trailers. This prohibitory sign means that vehicles towing trailers are not allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. Question 40. What is the purpose of an escape lane on a steep downhill gradient? A. For slow-moving vehicles to pull over. B. For vehicles with braking problems. C. For emergency service vehicles only. D. To access a scenic viewpoint. Answers is B. For vehicles with braking problems. An escape lane or runaway truck ramp is a safety feature for vehicles that have lost their braking capability on a steep downgrade, allowing them to stop safely. Question 41. What does a circular blue sign with 3 white arrows forming a circle indicate? A. One-way street. B. Roundabout ahead. C. traffic congestion, D. No entry. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that you are approaching or at a roundabout, and you must proceed in a clockwise direction around it. Question 42. You are driving at night. How can you avoid dazzling other drivers? A. Always use full beam headlights. B. Dip your headlights when meeting oncoming traffic. C. Drive with only side lights on. D. Flash your lights to warn them. Answers is B. Dip your headlights when meeting oncoming traffic. You must dip your headlights to dipped beam low beam when meeting oncoming vehicles, or when following another vehicle closely to avoid dazzling them. Question 43. What does this sign mean for a driver? A. Give way. B. Stop and give way. C. Proceed with caution. D. No entry. Answers is B. Stop and give way. This sign, typically accompanied by a white stop line, means you must stop completely before proceeding, and only do so when it is safe and you are giving way to all other traffic. Question 44. What is the main hazard when driving past parked cars? A. They might suddenly drive off. B. Pedestrians or children might emerge. C. Their mirrors might be broken. D. They might be too close to the pavement. Answers is B. Pedestrians or children might emerge. When passing parked cars, there's a risk of pedestrians, especially children, stepping out from between them. Always reduce your speed and be prepared to stop. Question 45. What does a rectangular blue sign with a white M for motorway indicate? A. Motorway ahead. B. Minor road. C. Maintenance zone. D. Max speed limit. Answers is A. Motorway ahead. This information sign indicates the beginning of a motorway. Motorways have specific rules, including higher speed limits and restrictions on certain vehicle types. Question 46. Who has priority at an unmarked crossroads? A. Vehicles turning right. B. No one has automatic priority. C. Vehicles approaching from the left. D. Vehicles going straight on. Answers is B. No one has automatic priority. At an unmarked crossroads, no one has automatic priority. Drivers should approach with caution, be prepared to stop, and be considerate, giving way to traffic approaching from the right. Question 47. What does this sign mean? A. No stopping. B. No parking. C. Loading zone. D. Bus stop. Answers is B. No parking. This prohibitory sign, a red diagonal line on a blue background, means no parking. You may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave your vehicle unattended. Question 48. When are you allowed to use a handheld mobile phone while driving? A. When stopped in traffic. B. Never under any circumstances while driving. C. When parked safely with the engine off. D. Only to make an emergency call. Answers is B. Never under any circumstances while driving. It is illegal to use a handheld mobile phone while driving or while supervising a learner driver. This includes when stopped at traffic lights or in a queue. You can use a hands-free device. Question 49. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road works ahead. B. Uneven road. C. End of construction zone. D. Traffic congestion. Answers is A. Road works ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to road works ahead. You should reduce your speed. Be prepared for diversions, temporary traffic lights, and potential obstructions on the road. Question 50. What should you do if a pedestrian steps out unexpectedly in front of you? A. Sound your horn loudly. B. Brake sharply and stop safely. C. Swerve to avoid them. D. Accelerate past them. Answers is B. Brake sharply and stop safely. Your priority is to avoid a collision. If a pedestrian steps out unexpectedly, you should brake sharply and stop safely, ensuring you don't endanger other road users by swerving erratically.